Sarah, you've got this, okay?
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon wardrobe. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see your big what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see your big
But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
And I am Eugenia Kekeli.
This is Family Morning, and
It's a fresh day. Coming up today, word for the family.
where we give you some encouraging and motivational words to help get you through your day,
Right after that, today in history.
where we go back in time, go back to memory lane, and acknowledge significant moments in our history.
Exactly. And right after that, we'll be diving into inventions and innovations.
Where we take a look at those gadgets and appliances of then, see how they were created and why they're still important to us today.
And finally, Info Minutes.
Where we give you those tips and tricks, to help get you through certain situations or circumstances that you may find yourself in.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Family Morning, and it's a fresh day. Now, today we have the word for the family, which, as you know, we always give out to help you and for you to also help your family and the people around you to be just a little bit more motivated for your day. Kojokao, I believe you do us the honors today.
Yes, so today's word is family and friendships are two of the greatest facilitators of happiness. And that quote was given by John C. Maxwell.
Now, before we even dive into, the quote and what it means, I have to say John C. Maxwell is someone that I look up to in the literary world. He's very, he has very good books, to his
Yeah.
name. And there's always sound wisdom in every book of his. He's always giving out very good advice.
Yeah.
So this advice is coming from an authority on the subject, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. I definitely would give him props for the good work that he does.
Yeah.
Now, what do you make of the quotes?
Well, first and foremost, he's saying that family and friendships are the greatest facilitators of our happiness. As in the greatest, because the word facilitate to help, right?
Right.
So I'm assuming to help build our happiness. And in this world, happiness is very hard to come across, with all the stresses this world brings.
Exactly. That's true.
So it comes down to it. So when your family, your friends, the people who you say you love and you're down for, I feel like it's self-explanatory,
I mean, they definitely are the ones that assist you in being happy or sort of lend you their happiness, I want to say. But I don't know, it's almost like it's contradictory to this whole new age belief that, you are responsible for your happiness. So looking at the two sayings, how do you, manage both of those?
I think it'll depend on the person and how you approach the saying. Because as you said, you are if we're going by the saying, you are the creator of your own happiness, then let's look at it this way. You choose whom you want to be in your life. So you create those relationships you believe are beneficial towards your happiness.
Right. So you intentionally make sure that those around you are people that would create happiness in your life. Because we all have some people around us that they don't inspire happiness in us. They don't inspire joy.
They kill the mood. They walk in and
Vibe killers. Vibe
instantly.
killers. That's what they are.
Exactly.
Yes. And so it's good, like you said, to make sure that you're intentional about those you surround yourself with, because that would influence your happiness. So if you've been feeling down for a while, you know, and you find you can't reach out to certain people or you can't hang out with certain people.
Yeah.
I mean, that should advise you,
Yeah.
you know, on the crowd you're keeping with.
Yeah.
Right.
So definitely, and it brings up the thing, because happiness as a whole, I don't know where I saw this. It was a quote like that: happiness is a constant pursuit. That is something that sadly we can never be in completely. That we have to constantly
Right.
each day we reaffirm our happiness, and either it's through activities you engage in, or as we're saying, relationships that you have
Relationships
around
that
you.
you're-
But as long as you constantly engulf yourself in something that brings you joy and happiness, then at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
I find that interesting. Also, when you mentioned it, I thought of Pursuit of Happiness.
The movie.
The movie
Yeah,
with Will Smith, and I think Jaden was in it
Yeah.
as well. Wonderful movie, and it's amazing because in the movie, you know that they're in dire straits or they're in dire circumstances,
Yeah.
and it's, you know, like you said, like continuously, daily affirming their happiness and daily trying to stay positive,
Yeah.
regardless of the situation that they're in. And so for you out there, we're saying no matter the situation you're in, continue to pursue your happiness, continue
Yeah.
to try and make sure that, you know, you surround, and like we're saying, good family and good friends facilitates that happiness. So make sure you're in good spaces that would facilitate your happiness, because we
Yeah.
at Family TV, we definitely want you to be very happy,
Yeah.
you know, all the
Exactly.
time.
So and definitely making time for happiness is a hard thing, especially nowadays when people are
Ah.
either too busy with school,
I hear
too busy
you.
with work. So it becomes so hard, because especially in adult life, I don't know,
Adulting is
is makes it
it's
even
a
harder.
scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam. I don't know
Yeah.
who sold it to us. They did so well. I think that was the best sales job ever done.
Yeah.
Whoever made adulting sound like it was a great thing. Kudos to you. Congrats on ruining my childhood.
Exactly, because it was easier when we were children. Like
It
you
was.
just, hey, go knock on your friend's door. Let's go play. Now we gotta take our schedules and be like, are you free
Listen,
on the 27th?
I've been trying to get a group of friends to go out
Yeah.
since the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Since the beginning of the year. Until date, our dates never match up.
It's hard.
Right, because everybody has such busy schedules, and
Yeah.
when someone is finally free, me personally, when I finally get some free time, I
Yeah.
don't want to go out.
You're tired.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired from everything that I'm doing, so I just want to like sit at home. I'm not in the mood to now be going out on town and
Yeah.
wasting all that money that took me so much to earn. You know, it, like you see, we have to pursue the facilitation of the happiness. And so
Yeah.
sometimes taking yourself out and giving yourself a treat, like
Yeah.
hanging around with your friends, is actually a good environment
Yeah.
to, you know, make some great memories and
Yeah.
facilitate that happiness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to constantly make an effort. So even if you're not seeing your friends for a while, at least still keep up the communication, you know, chats frequently, because sometimes, you know, the relationship and contact doesn't have to be physical. Just call them up out of the blue. Charlie, how you doing? You know, I'm bored. Let's talk about bananas.
Right.
You know, let's talk about bananas.
Do you know bananas are very interesting?
Oh, okay. Well, for food-wise and smoothies, that's the first
Oh,
thing
you
that
like
came to mind.
smoothies?
Yes.
No, we don't like smoothies.
Mm,
No.
love smoothies.
Why is that you love the things I dislike?
Because I love the things that I know will bring me happiness, and it seems that you are against my happiness.
So what I'm hearing is that you don't facilitate my happiness. Like you're a friend who doesn't facilitate my
You
happiness.
reworded it in that way, but what I'm saying is that you are not facilitating the things that bring me happiness.
How am I not? I'm supporting you. Have I ever said stop doing this because it makes you happy?
But who doesn't like bananas? Who doesn't like smoothies?
Me.
And that's the thing. You're doing yourself a disservice by not liking smoothies. Watch how much happier your life will be with smoothies.
With
included.
smoothies. So if I take smoothies, I'll become happier.
Yes.
Kojokal,
Chilled smoothie.
this is the therapy you're giving me
Add
today on the
banana.
show. If I take smoothies, I'll become
Instant
happier.
happiness. It's like, I don't know how to describe it.
Listen, I don't even know what to tell you right now, but we certainly know something that will make you happy, and that is that we are sharing in our happiness with you for 8 years of Save TV for the whole family. And to do that, we're having Family Expo at the Accra City Hotel from the 1st to the 3rd of September. It's going to be amazing. Family Expo is a great, you know, edutainment, infotainment, recreational, come on, the adjectives are so many, but it's going to be a wonderful experience, a great place for any trader of child-based products, right? To come on board, sell their products and their wares, and families to also come around with their children and just enjoy, have a fun time.
Pursue happiness.
You know, pursue happiness. And you can do that with Family Vacation as well. Family Depot or Family Cakes. You can find information on all of these on our website, www.familytvghana.com. You can also go on social media at Family Morning GH or Family Social GH and interact with us there. We definitely want to make sure that you are happy, and so please make sure to do that as well. You can also go on YouTube at FamilyTube GH, and over there we would love for you to subscribe, you know, comment, like our videos, interact with us, be that friend that facilitates our happiness.
Yes.
And also, please let me know whether or not you're a smoothie lover, because I can't stand the consistency. It's a consistency for me.
What?
It's not liquid and it's not solid.
Yes, it's smooth.
No, it's
neither.
not.
It's neither here or there. It's its
It's
own
not smooth.
category of its
That's
own.
the thing. They're very ironic. Smoothies aren't smooth. They
Well,
often have like chunky bits in them. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Exactly.
We're going on a quick music break and we'll be right back.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you for your love. Oh, Jesus. You made us the apple of your eyes, God. Thank you for your love. Yeah. Thank you for your love. Oh, Jesus, my love, you have won my heart. You are everything to me. Your love is faithful, so relentless. I am the apple of your eyes. Oh, Jesus, my love, you have won my heart. You are everything to me. Your love is faithful, so relentless. I am the apple of your eye. For you have loved me with an everlasting love and made me your bride. And you saved me and held me in your arms as your glorious bride. You first loved me while I was in sin. You came to pay the price for me. My eyes are on you, Jesus. My soul longs for you, anticipating your return. You first loved me while I was in sin. You came to pay the price for me. Yeah. My eyes are on you, oh Jesus. And you saved me and held me in your arms as your glorious bride. For you have loved me with an everlasting love. For you have loved me with an everlasting love. You made me your bride. Your love will never die. Your love for me will never die. You saved me. You saved me and held me in your arms as your glorious bride.
Welcome back. This is Family Morning,
And it's a fresh day.
So now coming up, it is time for Today in History, where we go back in time, go down memory lane, acknowledge some significant moments, acknowledge like the importance of these events or occurrences, and just talk about them and just indulge more, get to know more about it,
Exactly.
and just inside ourselves, basically.
Right. I think that one thing that we should do moving forward in the future is one day have a quiz on some of the Today in History
That we've done.
tips that we've done, and see if our dear viewers out there are actually listening and keeping some of these tips, because it's great information to have. It's good to know some of these things.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Maybe for trivia nights.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We could have a family morning trivia.
A family morning trivia.
Family morning trivia sounds great
Exactly.
already.
So first up on Today in History, today in 1979, the first completely black-owned radio network in the world. It was called Mutual Black Network. It was purchased by Sheridan Broadcasting Corporation. Now the significance behind this already, I mean, in the first few words, the first
Right.
black-owned radio.
Right.
And with U.S. history, you know, it's very hard for blacks to progress in anything.
Exactly.
So with them being able to finally establish a radio network, it was important for obviously other movements, civil rights movements.
Of course,
It helped
yes.
with the movement of those things. And it just inspired a lot of black entertainment to also have a platform in which they
right.
could share their, because black music in general, before it was played on other, radio stations, it was very hard to get their music there.
I didn't even think of that aspect.
Yeah.
The fact that now we had a platform for entertainment or
Yeah.
black-based entertainers to have free access to put
Yeah.
out their wares, so
Exactly.
to speak. But I think another important thing is news.
Yes.
Because most of the time news is skewed
Yeah.
to fit the narrative of whoever is delivering the news,
Yeah.
right? And so having that space that is owned by black people
Yeah.
will definitely mean that they're getting the news as is,
As
and they're
is.
getting the information that they need to get, like without it being skewed or being like colored in between the lines, somewhere
Yeah.
in the gray area. So definitely a great achievement. I'm sure there were lots of obstacles on the way to achieving
lot,
that.
definitely.
But hey, kudos.
Kudos.
It definitely, and to think that it came so late,
Yeah.
because it wasn't so far away when, it's not that many years that have passed,
Yeah.
right? And to think that it took that long before
Yeah.
something like this could be established.
Yeah.
But it tells you about the persistence of black people in the race, So next up on Today in History,
Yeah.
moving from that, we have, so originally this occurred 2001 on this date,
Yeah.
right? And it was that Donald Woods
Yeah.
proposed building a statue, a
Yeah.
bronze statue of Nelson Mandela in London,
Yeah.
right? But it was finally brought to being on 2007.
Yeah.
So Nelson Mandela, very popular former president of South Africa,
Yeah.
has a bronze statue
Yeah.
of himself at Parliament Square in London.
Exactly.
I think that's an amazing thing to have happened, and kudos to everyone involved. I believe Sir Attenborough at some point
Yeah.
funded the vocation to put up the statue.
amazing.
I think it's a great way to commemorate
to show how far his
yeah,
influence really.
because he really has done a lot, not only in his country, but
Around the world,
internationally.
yeah.
He has been a great figure of freedom and justice and fighting. I
Yeah.
think even he set up a campaign against AIDS. Yes, and he was one of the few presidents to really be on the forefront
Yeah.
of something health related
Yeah.
like that. And so it's a great thing that was done for him.
That's great.
Even speaking of Nelson Mandela, I recently saw on YouTube that some Black creators are doing the Mandela Project,
Oh.
along with, I believe, Nelson Mandela's grandson.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right?
That's
yes.
great. That's great.
Yes.
That's great
And
to hear.
what's her name? Masai Martin.
Yeah.
Is part of them from Blackish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's great then. I can't
Amazing
wait to
talent. I
see how
love
that
her so
turns out.
much. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. And I would love for them to add African,
Yeah.
create Black creators on YouTube as well to that project. So we're looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Oh,
and
definitely.
I mean, Charlie, we appreciate that
Yeah.
these African giants are being lauded for the good work that they did. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
So also today in history, this one I know I'm happy about it. Netflix was founded by American entrepreneurs Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph. And for those who don't know, because when I say Netflix, I feel like a lot of younger ones will think only the streaming service.
Right.
But Netflix started with the hard CDs. Like you had to go to a
Oh.
store, rent a CD,
No.
take it home, play it, return the CD. That was the original streaming. That was back then, them days.
Why you see?
Them days.
I feel like you don't have enough credibility to say them days.
Them
I feel like
days.
you belong to these days.
No, no, no.
Not them
I
days.
remember we used to go. My mom.
He said we used
my
to
mom,
go.
My mom used to go. They had these red
Right.
machines, and then you would have to rent a CD, basically.
I
the-
actually
the
did not
old-fashioned
know
way.
that
Yeah.
Netflix started in that vein.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm familiar with the whole renting of a CD
Yeah.
to watch a movie and then go back and pay, but
Yeah.
I didn't know that they started off.
Yes, that's how they started.
Wow.
And then funny enough, when they wanted to move into streaming,
Right.
other CD and DVD companies were laughing at them, like at the idea of
Oh, right.
people being in their homes and using
just-
internet to stream movies. I think because also then data and things were very expensive as
Right,
compared to now. and
right.
access was
That
harder.
makes sense.
Yeah, so
That makes sense.
And now look at Netflix being the number
Hey.
one streaming platform
Wow.
in the world.
That definitely is a wonderful thing, and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of us are either hooked onto our Netflix account or we are patching someone's account.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, yourself.
Yeah.
But it's a great platform. It's a great way to access movies wherever you are, either on your phone, a tablet, your laptop.
Yeah.
And kudos to them for having the vision and the drive and seeing it to fruition. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
and they've had awesome hits. And they produce their own
And they
movies
produce
now
as
too.
well. Yeah.
Awesome. So the last thing we want to discuss under Today in History is the Progress Party, which was led by Dr. Kofi Abrefa Buzia, right? So in 1969,
Yeah.
he had founded the Progress Party previously, and then in 1969, on this exact day, the Progress Party won the election.
Yeah.
I think they won by a landslide because I
Yeah.
heard they got 105 out of 140
Yeah.
of the seats that were
Yeah, in Parliament.
available.
Yeah. It was
And
amazing.
so the Second Republic was
Came to
started off
be.
with the Progress Party.
Yeah.
I mean, anything about Ghanaian political history
Yeah.
is always very fascinating for me because we've come a long way.
way.
We've come a very long way. I know that, we all have our problems
Yeah.
with the current political status in the country,
but
we've definitely come a long way. We need to appreciate where we've been and where we are now, and also celebrate the ones who held us by the hand and brought us this far,
Yeah,
right?
as well as the peace, because as we said, Buzia, that was the Second Republic.
Yeah.
Currently, we're in the Fourth Republic, and
Right.
it's the longest reigning republic so far, meaning there's been no, military interruptions.
Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
also something to be thankful for. That's we're currently in a state where at least
And
It's
I
not
pray
perfect,
it
but we're
stays
moving
this,
forward.
I pray it stays this way,
Yeah.
because we take peace for granted until we start seeing conflicts and all of these domestic issues rise up. But
Yes.
let's not take our peace as Ghanaians for granted.
Not at
Not everyone
all.
has the opportunity to be in such a peaceful country.
Yes.
You know, and tourists are always commenting on that
Mm-hmm.
when they visit our country. So let's push that narrative. Let's, stay peaceful.
Let's stay peaceful.
Right?
Let's stay vibing. Everyone just eat, enjoy.
Just eat
you
yam
know,
and kontomire.
yam and kontomire.
Look at that.
For desserts, go have yourself a banana smoothie.
Oh Lord, no.
Life-
That
life-
sounds like a nightmare to me.
Oh,
that
it
sounds
hits, it hits.
awful.
That's the thing. It's
Ah.
chilled. If it's chilled and and the best bananas are like the fresh ones, like from the tree. Like it should be a little ripe, like a few days, not spoiled, but like perfectly ripe.
Wow,
You cut it up, put it in the freezer.
interesting.
Get your blender, add some milk if you want, whether condensed or powder, doesn't matter.
Look
The
at
point
you.
is,
You have a full-on recipe.
I
Wow.
love, I love these
I'm
things.
sure this is what someone would love to have for their birthday.
Yeah.
And speaking of birthdays, we have a few to celebrate with some
Yes.
people today. Some auspicious people like Michael Jackson. So today
MJ.
is, has
King-
there ever been any like him?
King of pop.
Will there ever be any like him?
Ah,
I admire not just his music, but his artistry.
Yeah.
You know, the dancing, the costumes, just the entire persona that he
the
presented.
presence he brings to the stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The presence.
It's amazing. And also
It's
on
awesome.
the birthday list, we have Long Beach Griffey. I mean, no one calls him by his real name, which is Anthony Griffin. So,
Oh.
yeah, he's a social media personality. And what he rose for was basically, cancel culture?
Right.
Basically, he makes videos that make fun of cancel culture. Like, he says things that are so pressing, so controversial, but yet
You can't
he hasn't been
actually
canceled
cancel
yet,
him.
which is amazing.
Wow,
So,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't understand cancel culture. I don't.
Yeah.
I see the concept behind holding people accountable.
Yeah.
You know, when they say things that generally go against the morals and principles of society, right? But holding someone accountable for something in a bid to correct them
Yeah.
is entirely different from
Different.
just canceling them.
Yeah.
Like, what does that achieve?
The canceling is supposedly to erase you from the face
Come on.
of the earth.
Who does it help?
But
Who
it doesn't
does
really
it help? No, to be very honest, who was cancelled and then everybody was like,
Yeah.
yes, now this problem has been resolved
Yeah.
forever. You
Yeah.
know, we're fine now. Everything is good. Everything is great. Cancel culture, unless someone comes, maybe we have to invite a social media influencer
Exactly,
onto
to
the
give
show.
more insight on it.
Yeah, to give
Yeah,
us a bit more
'cause I'm
insight.
lost.
I just honestly don't see how it helps us. I think correction is a better way to go than, just outright canceling the person. And sometimes it's done on like very little factual evidence,
Very
you know.
small issues can turn massive in the matter of
Well,
a tweet.
That's an issue for another day.
Yeah.
We're moving on to inventions and innovations,
Yeah.
and I'm quite excited for a few of these
Mm-hmm.
today, right? So the first one is the microwave, and so we have Percy Spencer and Robert Hall to thank for their invention of the microwave. I mean, big ups to them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honestly, we were way tired of heating things up in a frying pan. I mean,
Yeah.
but the frying pan has its own appeal.
Appeal, definitely.
Yeah,
of
I mean, like
course.
if you're heating something like rice or jollof,
Yeah,
right?
it's
It gives it that crust.
yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
It's different.
Some
yeah.
slight cans will be. It has not reached cans, so maybe cans.
Yeah,
you get some
it's nice
cans.
though. It's very nice.
It's very nice. But honestly, the microwave is very efficient and very good
Yeah.
at helping us heat things up rapidly. So kudos to them for that invention.
Definitely, the only thing left that I think we need to improve on the microwave is that the
Right.
beep 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 at the end, like it'd be like 2 a.m. I just want
Lord.
to heat my food in peace without
Lord.
alerting everyone that I'm eating at 2 a.m.
Listen,
You know.
I agree with you. I agree
Yeah.
with you. If we could have like just a blinker light,
Just a light.
just
yes.
a light, because we know we are using the microwave. We don't actually need the loud beeps.
Exactly.
We're standing right by it.
We're right
We're
there. I'm
right
watching
there.
it. We're
You know,
hungry, so
we
we're
don't
here.
want everyone else to be aware we are creeping in the kitchen at 3 a.m. Hello.
Exactly. So more improvements to come.
Exactly, more improvements to come. I'm looking forward to seeing a microwave like that. And I'm sure in a couple of years we'll see something of the sort.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. I'll keep tabs on it.
Now, speaking of kitchen equipment, the next thing that we want to celebrate as an invention is the blender. blender.
Thank you.
Hey, you know, I'm not thinking of the fact that people were using apotoyewa
Ah,
to.
I mean, that's the only way. How else were we
Wow.
to survive?
How exactly?
How else?
How else? And we have Stephen Papulowski to thank for that, the
Yeah.
invention of the blender and your precious smoothies.
I was about to say
You
that
know,
because
I-
without the blender, we don't have the smoothie. So
Exactly.
It's a direct link.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if he had that vision in mind of
He,
hey,
I'm
one
sure he was
day-
like, I want to
Yeah,
mix fruits together.
Exactly.
I want to put fruits together. He decided, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a rotating knife.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Because, like, why else would you want to blend stuff? I mean, food is fine. You can eat food. But fruits are tiring to eat. So it's like, let's just blend
How
them
are
together.
fruits tiring to eat?
It can be tiring to eat fruits. I don't know. Like,
You
watermelon.
literally just put it in your mouth and chew.
Yo, fruits
That's
is
all the
tiring.
work you have to
It's
do.
tiring. Because you must go and pick it, then wash it. I don't know. It's tiring.
Do you cook?
Yeah, I cook.
And that one is not tiring, but
No,
fruits is
yeah,
tiring.
fruits is tiring.
Like
To
putting
eat, like
a
the
whole.
physical work of putting the food, the fruits in your mouth and then chewing, it's tiring compared to regular food. I don't know why. It's tiring compared to regular food.
Well, now we know why he loves smoothies so
Yeah,
much and why
simple.
I don't.
Simple.
I prefer. I don't even like fruit salads. I don't want the. I will eat them all separately.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the
combination.
combination. I don't want to have them mixed up all together.
agree. I
You
agree.
know, if I'm eating banana, let me taste
Yes,
only my
exactly.
banana. If I'm eating my mango, let me be with my mango. You know, because people are experimenting with some very weird
Yeah.
flavor palettes, and I'm not appreciating it. I'm not
Yeah, I
appreciating
don't
it
know.
at all.
I don't know why. They should just keep it separate.
They should. I mean, I'm sure if Praise Mark Polo was here, he would be vehemently against this. He's he mixes everything. Even if you give him soda, he'll find a way of mixing it up. He's a mixologist in his spare time.
Hey.
So,
Okay.
so yes, so that's for that one. I'm sure if he was here, he would be vehemently protesting, you
Yeah.
know, the fact that I don't like mixed mixed fruits,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, to each his own, and I have to choose what is best for me and what works for me,
Yeah.
right? Speaking of what works for each person, we're going to the next invention, which is headphones.
Yo.
Headphones. I don't like them.
I love them.
You look like
love
you
'em.
look like a gamer who really appreciates headphones.
I'm not even a gamer, but music
Ah,
is
right.
enjoyed through headphones.
But I prefer like either earpieces or you know, the Bluetooth
Yeah.
earphones. I prefer those to, like, the actual headphones.
Yeah.
Because they're like way too bulky.
I love them.
Wow.
I love them. Because it's an evolution of music. I feel like it was an eventuality.
Wow.
So I want to thank you, Nathaniel Baldwin, because
Right.
it's like the sound is increased. You can hear instruments that you couldn't hear before.
Okay. Yes.
And
yes.
I think it just looks cool just to have, it just looks cool. Like,
It-
yeah.
Okay, I mean there is that aesthetic to it, you know, having the headphones on with the hoodie,
Yeah.
you know, just going
your
around,
zone.
just like
Yeah.
bobbing your head to your
Yeah.
music. And you're right, it really does bring a depth to the music that you don't get with other listening devices.
Yeah.
And I think what's his name? He recently partnered with one of the BTS members. He's really good with sound. I can't remember his name.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. But he made a song recently where the sound was set up so that if you were using headphones, he says left and right, and when he says left, you can hear it on your left
Yeah.
side. Puth, Charlie Puth, is that his?
Charlie Pugh.
Pew,
Yeah.
right. I got the surname wrong.
Yeah.
I got the first name right though.
exactly.
So
Once
yes, Charlie. He's really good with
Yeah.
that as well, and manipulating sound and all of that. And so he has really made use of Nathaniel Baldwin's invention, which is the headphone.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I mean, we've had quite an interesting chat about all these inventions and all
Yeah.
these innovations. And we at Family TV, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, we along these years,
Yeah.
you know, these past 8 years that we've been celebrating Safe Family, Safe TV for the whole family. We've come up with quite a few things, you know, a few shows.
Tell them.
Kind of like the family morning show. You know,
Exactly.
it's a new innovation we've come up with to entertain you, to put that extra boost into your morning. And we want you to celebrate with us at Family Expo and join in our journey, our story, and our family. Family Expo is happening live at Accra City Hotel from the 1st to the 3rd of September. You don't want to miss out. You definitely want to be there.
Yes,
Exactly.
gotta be there to be part of the invention that is the expo.
Hey,
You see?
hey now, hey now.
Exactly.
Now, you can also go on our social media pages. On any social media platform, we are at Family Morning GH or at Family Social GH. On YouTube, we are at FamilyTube GH. And you can also go on our website at www.familytvghana.com for more information on Family Expo, family vacations, which we haven't spoken about today, but I'm sure there are contact numbers on the screen right now for you to, go to family vacations, check out the information on that, and definitely book you a trip to Singapore and Universal Studios in Singapore. And, there's information on everything else on our website. We want to thank our sponsors and appreciate them: Accra City Hotel, Family Expo, Family Depot, Family Vacations, Family Kicks, right? Thai Swag, Urban Cognitive, Classy Blush Saloon. We say big ups to you. We appreciate you. We're going on a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You've been so kind and generous. I don't know, keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La, 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 la. Oh, I want to thank you, show my gratitude, my love, and my respect for you. I want to thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Eugenia K. Kelly.
And I'm Kojo Carl.
This is Family Morning, and it's a fresh day. Now we're going on to Info Minutes, and today we're going to be discussing something, that's targeted to a niche, a select group of people. And I'm sure that they will find this very useful. Kojo Carl, take us away.
Yeah, so today, we're giving you basically a few things that if you're a high school graduate, SHS, fresh, you graduate, things, to consider before going to university.
Exactly. And I think that this is very important because I remember when I had finished SHS, the best SHS in Ghana, Achimota. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're doing that. We're
No
doing
comments,
that.
no
Just
comments.
let's keep it rolling. Awesome. So I remember when I had finished, we had a couple of people come to speak to us about university and what university life would be like.
Yeah.
And they lied to us.
Yeah.
They told us we will have fun. When you wake up, you can decide not to go to class.
Yeah.
You party on the weekends. These seniors made it look like university was going to be a breeze. But we are here today to give you the truth. And nothing but the gospel truth.
Nothing but the truth.
And aside from that, we're giving you, some tips to help you manage and navigate university. And the first thing of our list, right? And listen, this is something that you need to evaluate for yourself and, be sure of it yourself. And it's just to make sure that you are ready for that environment, that you are ready to go to university, right? Because it not only calls on you to be independent and cater for your own needs, manage your own money, manage other resources around you. It also calls on you to learn how to live with others, right? Because you're more likely, you're more than likely to have roommates, that you are living with. And trust me, that situation alone can break you down if you get some people, right?
Imagine.
So you have to make sure that mentally you are preparing yourself and you are ready for that whole environment. If you are someone who hasn't managed your finances before, take that vacation period. Say, well, you know what, mommy, give me money for the month,
Yeah.
right? Instead of having the money given to you
Yeah.
every now and then, give me money for the month. Manage that money. That's a good way to get ready.
Yeah.
For because Charlie, Hala week is the one you experience in SHS is nothing like university.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So you gotta prepare yourself mentally, definitely, especially because, as I said, you're here for school. So you have to
Yeah.
try and balance school because Charlie, the fun is
Ooh.
also gonna be there. You're gonna have friends.
Yeah.
You're gonna wanna hang out, and so you have to make sure mentally you know that okay, I need to set a disciplined schedule for myself to know
Right.
that the books I have to books have to come
That's
first.
a great point.
Make sure I'm able to balance the books, but at the same time, all work and no play makes you a dull person.
Hey.
So find some time to relax and chill with your friends at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think people use Jack as an excuse too much. I don't think Jack was protesting the work that he was doing. Don't be going out and be using Jack as an excuse. If Jack wants to be a dull boy, leave Jack to be a dull boy. He's a dull boy who graduates with honors.
Yeah, but unless that brings them happiness, let's not forget about happiness.
Okay,
So,
okay. I mean, that's our theme for today. Like we said, bring people that facilitate your happiness, right? And university is a big place. It's a great place for making new connections
Yeah.
and building new friendships, establishing new contacts. So make sure that the people that you're relating and all these new friends that you're making
Yeah.
are the right ones for you.
Definitely.
And then that they're going to be facilitating your happiness.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, another group of people that facilitates your happiness is your family. So please don't forget to call home. I'm very guilty of this. My mother is always accusing me, you never call. You never call. I was very guilty of never calling. No, that's because I text. And my mother also doesn't like reading text
Yeah,
messages.
Call is more intimate. She wants to hear your voice.
We're on the move. You understand? We're moving.
yeah.
We move. You understand?
I see. Yeah. So don't
So
forget about
yes.
your family. Check up on them. Make sure and when vacation comes, unless go home. Don't stay in the hostel unless you really have to. I mean, just go see the family because they miss you.
They do. They actually do. I mean,
Yeah.
think of it as a parent, you
Yeah.
know, from this tiny wiggly baby that you've been taking care of all this while, goes up to SHS,
Yeah.
comes back once in a while.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, Charlie, you're a grown up. You don't
You're a
want to
grown-up.
call them. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Call
don't do
home.
that.
Call home. Now, the next tip we want to give you is go to class. Listen, I've
Yes.
got to make my face very serious when I say this. Go to class.
Go to class, yo.
Go to class. Don't. And here's the thing. Of course, for some courses, whether or not you attend the class, the lecturer doesn't care,
Yeah.
right? But again, depending on the course of study you're pursuing,
Yeah.
if you're in the health sciences, trust me, they will make your life a living hell if you decide to play the
Yeah.
truant. Yes, but definitely go to class. It's the best way to keep abreast with the material that
Yeah.
you're supposed to be learning
Yeah.
for school. And if you don't go to class, what are you doing in the room? What exactly are you doing in the room?
Yeah. So go to class, especially if it's a module or a course that you're struggling with. Go
Right.
there and be front row and soak in whatever information.
Yeah.
And that directly links to the next point about asking for help because go to class one because that's where you can ask for the best help. Ask your lecturer
Right.
directly or
That's
ask
so
fellow
true.
classmates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't be scared of your lecturers. So that part of being at university is true. That you have more access to the people teaching you.
Yeah.
Easier access to speak with them, or even with the TAs. The teaching assistants. You can go up to them. I have a problem with this part of the lecture. I don't understand this. I need extra material on this, extra resources on that. Charlie, it's not being a teacher's pet if you are just trying to graduate because you can't spend all that money, and a university costs a pretty penny. Costs a pretty penny. You can't have that money all spent and end up resitting classes over and over again. So ask for the help that you need, and don't be shy at all. Everybody needs help at one point or the other.
Yeah.
So if you have to ask for help and your friends seem like they're fine, you need the help, make sure that you ask for it.
Yeah.
And speaking of asking for help, I think a great way to study in the university is group studies.
Yeah, find a
You
group
know?
of people who are serious and really want to
The,
learn
the
the
very
material.
best.
Yeah.
The very best. I can tell you frankly that some of the exams I passed, I would not have passed if I studied on my own.
Definitely.
Yeah, but definitely having that group of people, studying with me. And sometimes it's fun. So sometimes,
it's fun.
you read the question and you remember something funny that happened while you were discussing
Yeah.
that subject during group studies.
Exactly.
And that's what helps you to remember and answer the question. So
Yeah.
that's definitely another great tip.
Makes it much
Jo-
more
join a
relevant to
good
you.
group study, a good one. Not the one that,
Yeah,
It's okay.
you already know. You already know.
it's okay, let's not even do that. Now, the next one, I think that the boys or the male people are the ones who are very notorious and not doing this, right? Eat healthily. Eat, oh Lord, I cannot emphasize it enough.
That's not what watch a breakfast and then watch a lunch, watch a that's healthy. Everything's inside.
That sounds
Why?
like a good balanced diet for you,
That's balanced diet. What else do you want? We have our protein, we have our meats, vegetables, they inside.
No,
What else?
but here's the thing. If the whole point of a balanced diet doesn't mean that you keep to the exact same diet continuously, because although we're saying have protein, have different types of protein throughout the day. Although we're saying have carbohydrates in your diet,
Yeah.
have different forms of carbohydrates throughout your day.
I
So
understand.
having wache 3 times a day, or even worse, because wache is a little better, even worse, eating Indomie every day of the week.
That's what. Yeah, I understand.
Hello?
Yeah.
We see you. I'm calling all of you out right now. I mean Indomie every day of the week. Listen, I've seen things on university campus. It's very bad.
It's not easy.
And sometimes, Charlie, the way the Indomie is prepared, Lord,
It's not easy. It's not easy.
not a vegetable inside, not even an onion.
Hey, we're just trying to survive.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
trying to
But I mean, if you're a guy, university is a good place to learn how to cook. It's a great place to learn how to cook. And cooking is a great life skill, right? I don't think it's a gender skill to be able to cook.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
a
life
great
skill.
life skill. And every living human being
Yep.
should be able to possess that skill to provide food for themselves,
Yeah.
right? So please take that opportunity, learn how to cook. I mean, a few meals, at least
meals.
learn how to do rice without rice cooker.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
It's very
helpful.
It'll help you down the line.
It will help you. Some small tomato stew, learn how to do it. You understand?
Yes.
It will be very good for you to learn these few things.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're eating well, because mommy's not going to be around to make sure that you are eating your vegetables and fruits and all of that, right? And I mean, broadly speaking, university students don't usually eat fruits, because they're just thinking of it as extra expense,
Yeah, that's
rather
true.
than, this is something
And
that
it's
would
healthy,
help,
yeah.
is healthy and good
Well,
for
if
me.
they just made a smoothie, then it'd be simple. Just then you're done. You've had your fruit intake for the week.
I
And
cannot believe you are pursuing this smoothie agenda.
Yeah, just buy what banana, just 1 or 3, blend it.
Bananas.
Yeah, bananas.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
I mean,
right.
other fruits
Okay.
I don't really care for, but banana it solves all your fruit needs. Honestly, it's the perfect fruit.
So, in order, I think my favorite fruits would be grape, apple, mango.
Okay.
What did you just do?
Okay, it's cool. It's cool.
What? No.
Continue.
No. Back up right now.
I mean, I like mango, but number 3 should be like 5 or 6.
You put up banana at number 1. You want to talk.
Hey, that's just me.
In any case, whatever fruit it is that you love, please make sure that you're eating it at least once a week.
Yeah.
Investing in getting some fruits in your diet, right? Eat healthily. The next thing is to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Like I said earlier, university is a big place. You're going to meet thousands of people. You're going to make a lot of new friends. And sometimes the tendency to sort of want to blend in or pander to other people's opinions, the peer pressure is high.
Yeah.
The peer pressure is high, right? But stay true to yourself, stay true to your ideals, and to who you are. That's a very good thing to do when you're among all of these other people.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Well, that's it for Info Minutes
Yes.
for today.
today.
I think this episode has been really good.
Yep.
I think, some people would appreciate these Info Minutes very
Definitely,
well.
definitely.
And if you did appreciate them, or you have a few other tips that you would want people now going to the university to know, kindly reach out to us on our social media pages. On all social media platforms, we are at Family Social GH or at Family Morning GH. And on YouTube, we are FamilyTube GH. You can also go on our website at www.familytvghana.com. We're more than excited to have you reach out. We really want to engage with you. Yeah, we would love to see you there.
Definitely.
Right. Now, before we sign off, as usual, we have to remind you of this great, amazing, wonderful 8 years that we have had with you. And Family TV is celebrating 8 years of safe TV for the whole family. And we want to say to you that, join us, be with us on our journey, on our story, and on our family,
Yes.
right? Join in with us. And to do that, you can join us at Family Expo, which is happening on the 1st to the 3rd of September at the Accra City Hotel. We would love to see you there. Or you can sign up and join our premium group for family vacation, right? So you can join our group, the premium club, for family vacation, and go with us to Singapore and to Universal Studios in Singapore. Now, before we sign off, we have to say a big thank you to our sponsors: Accra City Hotel, Family Depot, Family Expo, Family Cakes, Family Vacation, Thai Swag, Evan Cognitive, Classy Blush, and Koliki. We say big thank you to you guys. And once again, I am Eugenia Kekeli.
And I am Kojo Carl.
This has been Family Morning, and it's a fresh day.